Hello everybody, I'm Chris Provost from Provost Park Pass, and today we have a lot of new news. We have the opening dates of when the parks are going to open up in Florida. But before we get to all that, be sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell, because every time we get new information Disney, we want to put a video out there to notify you first of what's happening in the world of Disney. So make sure you're subscribed and have that notification bell going on. All right. Let's get into it. Today is May 27th, and Disney just presented their plan of their reopening plan for their parks. Their reopening plans goes like this. Number one, they will be opening up Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom first. They'll be opening up July 11th. They will then be opening up Epcot and Hollywood Studios on July 15th. They will have limited capacity. Disney's Senior Vice President of Operations presented his plan. His name is Jim McPhee. And he mentioned something very interesting. He says they're going to have a brand new reservation system, and they're going to lower the amount of people, they'll lower the cap of how many people can go into the park. He says that they'll be giving more information about that new reservation system later on. So again, make sure you have that notification bell notified. So when we get that information, you'll be the first to know how to get into parks with the new reservation system. So again, July 11th, we're going to have Magic Kingdom open and Animal Kingdom. Woo! We're getting the parks back open. Then on July 15th, Epcot and Hollywood Studios will be opening up as well. Now, there are a lot of things that Disney is doing to protect the health and safety of people as they go into parks. So let me break down what their safety procedures are and how it's going to work. First thing that they have here, and I've got lots of notes here, so I'll be looking up and down as we go through lots of these notes here, but let's get right into it, guys. First thing we have here is their face mask. They're going to have enhanced protective measures of requiring face masks while you are on property. You will have to have a face mask. They will also have hand washing and sanitization stations throughout the entire park. There will be plexiglass at points of sale. A lot of times they'll be able to do things right through the plexiglass. Like if you want to order something, you can just get it scanned right through the plexiglass, so you don't have to have interaction like touching of cast members. But face mask will be a requirement. The company will provide face masks to their employees, and they'll be reusable and for all their employees. The employees and cast members will also have to be wearing face masks. If you don't have a face mask, you will not be allowed to go into the park. Okay. Next up we have here, we've got their physical distancing guidelines. At Disney, when you go to the park, they will have physical distancing. They're going to have reduced capacity of theme parks. There are restaurants, retail attractions, buses, monorails, transportation. They will have way reduced capacity of these particular things. As far as parades and fireworks, those are suspended at this particular time. Anything that causes like grouping, congregation of large people, large groups of people, they are suspending those types of things. So parades, they'll no longer be having parades. They will no longer be doing the fireworks show at this time. So they're going to try to adhere to social distancing. On the rides, when you go ride a ride, they will have you social distancing on the ride. They will be removing certain seats or blocking off certain seats as you go through. They will also have hand sanitizing for you when you get on the ride and when you get off the ride, so you can wash your hands with hand sanitizer for the attractions. So keep in mind that when you wait in the line, that they will be talking about, they'll have the social distancing in the lines. Now, they didn't mention anything at this particular time about virtual queues or anything along those lines like Universal Studios has, but I'm assuming that Disney will be doing that like with their magic bands in the parks. You'll be able to you reserve your rides and go through and do more of like a virtual ride, virtual line. Now, that was not mentioned in today's meeting, but I'm thinking that's probably something that's going to happen. Okay, continuing on here. They're going to have what they call the cleaning procedure, and they're going to have what they call enhanced cleaning in these particular parks. They'll have more frequent cleaning across high-touch locations and surfaces. They are also going to train the cast members to make sure that there these high-touch areas that they are constantly being cleaned throughout for the guests and also for the cast members. Continuing on. Temperature checks will be required when you go into the park at the main entrances. And they'll be done by a third-party screening via contactless handheld device. They'll be checking your temperature. The temperature that they provided for Disney Springs was 100.4 degrees. Now, in this presentation, they didn't say what the temperature was that they'll be looking for. I'm making an assumption that it's going to be 100.4 as well. Now, it's been noted, though, that sometimes people say, hey, I run kind of hot. What if I get there and I have a temperature of 100.4? If you get a temperature and you exceed the temperature, they'll put you off in a little waiting area, like a holding pen, and they'll recheck your temperature within 10 to 20 minutes or so. And if your temperatures drop back down, you'll be good to go. But if it remains high, then at that point, you probably won't be allowed to go back into the park or go into the park in the first place. They ask the cast members will also have all their temperatures checked when they report to work, and the cast members are encouraged to check their temperatures before they even leave their apartment or house to go to work. So, interesting there as well. They're doing what's called limited contact enhancements throughout the park. The limited contact enhancements is that they're going to be encouraging like Apple Pay, Google Pay, and also expanding their magic bands. In Florida, they have magic bands that you wear in your wrist, and they will be able to put their payments, so you just kind of like tap into it and do your payments through your magic bands. And they're going to be expanding the magic band payment system for restaurants and all the different things, so that way you don't have to use cash. They prefer you not to be using cash at this time. They also are they're going to further enable mobile ordering at food and beverage locations throughout the theme parks. They're going to be enhancing that, and they're going to temporarily suspend high-touch areas such as meet and greets and playgrounds. So any like character meet and greets at this particular time have been suspended, and also playgrounds. So for those of you like in California, when Disneyland reopens, the Toontown is probably like all those play areas will be, you know, those interactive things that you can be touching. Those probably won't be open at that time. Now, keep in mind, this whole talk today and they're talking about in this meetings was all directed for Florida. Nothing said yet about California. So their plans are that they're going to suspend all character meet and greets at this time. So interesting. I think we all kind of assumed that was going to happen, but it was a little bit of a shock to kind of hear that that's exactly what is going to be going on. Now, something that they said that was very interesting. Disney has created a brand new group. It's called the Social Distancing Squad. The Social Distancing Squad. And these are going to be highly energetic and positive cast members. And they'll be walking around the park showing people how to properly social distance when they go into the park. And apparently this is what they've been doing in Shanghai. It's been very popular. They show people the appropriate ways to be standing in line. They show appropriate ways to keep their face masks on. And this social distancing squad will be roaming around the different parks to make sure that people are complying in a positive manner to the social standards. Now, a question was brought up during this meeting. It says, what if people refuse to comply? They refuse to wear face masks or do the social distancing. Disney says that they have contingency plans, that it is strongly worded in the language that this is what you have to do in order to go to the park. So if you don't comply, they didn't say this, but it was implied heavily that if you don't comply, you would not be allowed the park, so that you'd be asked to leave. Their language is very strongly worded that you have to comply with these measures of wearing your face mask and doing hand sanitizer, washing your hands a lot, and getting your temperatures checked when you go into the parks. And I know this might bring up lots of questions for other people, like how's this going to work? They haven't released a lot of that information yet at this particular time. So it's kind of exciting though to see that we will be opening. The parks will be opening July 11th. SeaWorld is opening. Universal Studios is opening June 5th. SeaWorld is opening, I think, June 11th. But Disney is taking a little bit of a longer time. They also said this, and you're just like, oh, you would love to be part of this, is that they are going to have some soft openings and some cast member openings only before the opening day. So cast members will be able to go to the park, and they might do some soft openings, allowing some people to go into the parks before it opens up to the general public of July 11th. And they said that they want to do that because they wanted to be able to adjust the plans of how they will be working the park, what things are working and what things are not working. And they really want to make sure that everything is running smoothly when they open up to the public on July 11th. Once again, July 11th, Magic Kingdom will be opening. We knew the Magic Kingdom was going to be the first one to open up. It had to be. And then Animal Kingdom will also be opening up on July 11th. Then on July 15th, they'll be opening up Epcot and Hollywood Studios in this tiered approach. So starting with Magic Kingdom and then Animal Kingdom, and then moving into to Hollywood Studios and Epcot. And it makes sense because I know that the Animal Kingdom is ready to go. They had to keep all the animals healthy and strong, and the employees were being working there. So it's a no-brainer that they were ready to open up Animal Kingdom as soon as they could. And so that is the news we have going on. I do want to say this. be sure you have your notification button and the subscribe button, because anytime we get new information and we get fed a lot of information here at Pros Podcast, we will create an ongoing announcement video, and you want to be notified first what's happening in the world of Disney. Also, I'd just like to say that our Patreons, they get an extra video every single week from Pros Park Pass where they can ask Amanda and myself any questions they want. So if you'd like to support our channel, you can go to Patreon for as little as $3 a month. That's right, $3 a month. You'll get an extra video every week showing a lot of our shenanigans and some of the fun behind the scenes things we do here at Pros Park Pass. Everybody, be safe, be smart, wash your hands, be smart, and I'll see you guys at Disney here around July 11th. Okay, bye-bye.